Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into another daily read. We're going to talk about Wednesday. As always, keep in mind it is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind for whoever it's meant for. But let's jump right into this tarot deck. Can't remember the name of which. Anyways, let's just pull some cards for this upcoming Wednesday. Oh, it's right here, the Real Talk Tarot. Real talk. Okay, so there's something about that for you throughout the day. Getting directly from the name of this deck. You're a real one is what I'm getting. Okay, being drawn to this reading. You're speaking, okay, things into your reality, into existence. You're changing your reality for yourself. Okay, but there's truth being spoken, real talk taking place, being expressed and utilized. And you might be someone like myself where you are very spiritual and utilize that to express and give other people messages of importance. But either way, I do feel like it's a spiritual day. But as I struggle to speak a bit this morning, or rather this afternoon, the Sun card, the High Priestess, yep, I mean, that is the spirituality card. The Ten of Cups and Justice. Wow, all very good energies. It feels like this is a time for you to be trusting yourself more than ever, because the High Priestess does not only scream spirituality to me as a reader, and in general, but it also speaks upon your intuition, all right? I feel being drawn to this reading, you're described by your guides and maybe other people as a High Priestess of some sort. Or maybe of different kinds. Interesting, having different versions of that for yourself. But it feels like this is a time where your spirituality and your intuition are going to be pointing out some sort of ideal, okay, aspect of your current day reality, but also what feels to be an upcoming wish fulfillment of some sort that will feel like the Ten of Cups for you, that'll bring you ultimate happiness and fulfillment, and maybe even success otherwise. But they're saying the abundance that you have currently is going to be pointed out quite randomly, maybe consistently throughout this period in order to keep you or bring you back into this state of manifesting more of what you have. Because it feels like there are certain positive, rewarding, even comforting, colorful aspects of what you have at hand, even with the imperfections or the difficulties, you know what I'm saying? The cons, if you will. And so by pointing out the pros, the benefits, the positives, it really feels like this is gonna do you a lot of justice. And that is a natural transition to the Justice card as well as the Sun card. For some reason, you're happy throughout this day, at least at certain points or for the most part. And for some, it's going to be this ultimate or just, okay, I'm hearing giddiness, this happiness, joy is the word I'm getting, that you are going to, I heard the word zeal, that you're going to be embodying, embracing, expressing, utilizing to your advantage and maybe someone else or a bunch of people's advantage as well, throughout the entire period, maybe even surrounding it. There's a focus on what's working well for you as far as, okay, skincare routines, or one in particular, as far as self-care on different levels and different forms. I feel like there's a face moisturizer that you need to continue to use on a daily basis. It might even be a day and night thing for you. But I also want to say there's going to be somewhat of a small focus on the weather and how this affects you for the better and or for the worse, as I am being drawn to this very summer-like sunny imagery. And I feel there's a focus on water. I was being drawn to the word shore, okay? And so somebody might need to head to a body of water. If you're like myself, where there is no body of water close by. It's like, I think, a 2.5 to 3 hour drive. I don't even have a car. But anyways, they're saying utilize water to your advantage. Throw some cold water on your face, right? Brighten things up a bit, wake up a bit. Take a hot shower or a hot bath. There's something about this being beneficial for you, potentially to cleanse your energy. They're saying even wash your hands. But as well, there's a focus on a pair of sunglasses for somebody, all right? Yeah, I'm hearing eyewear, but I feel like there's a wish fulfillment you're in the midst of the beginning stages of which for somebody it's having more of a lively way of being and living, more fulfillment even. I mean, I definitely was pushing to get back to being more lively, and so that is applicable for me because I was thinking back to when I, for the most part, lived in Florida, and I was just felt like I was living my best life, you know, working out every day, motivated, bright, and happy, and posting online, and even doing live readings, which is so unlike me. And so they're saying it's not about comparing to the past per se, but what were you doing at that point that was working well for you? What are you doing now that's working well for you? And what is working against you, maybe weighing you down at certain points? And let's adjust from there and continue this and that of importance. And again, what's working for you. But for somebody, fruits and veggies are essential, maybe more meat that you're consuming. I'm currently in the midst of the carnivore diet, and for me, I feel it's working out really well. But your diet is taking a focus. As well, okay, the spiritual meaning of a palm tree is coming into play, but let's keep pulling. Your perspective is everything, and I feel this day reminds you of that. 623, 632 as well. Look at those angel number meanings. I wouldn't be surprised if spirit's coming throughout this very spiritually connected, plugged in kind of period with significant angel numbers at certain points. I'm hearing write it down, okay? Look up the spiritual meaning of a lion. I mean, naturally that gives very Leo-like, courageous, bold, energy as I stuttered a bit, but it feels like there may be a force working against you or trying to work against you, whether it's a spirit, it could be somebody in your waking reality, even if you're not wrapped up with them, you know, at a close distance or within a situation throughout this day, but they want to remind you, or maybe for some inform you, that this is not going to be a winning scenario for that soul, okay? And it might be a couple different people for you individually, but they're saying that there is more protection and guidance and more support within your life from both realms than you can even begin to pinpoint, imagine. I feel you're not meant to be completely aware of every single level aspect of this protection and support, but just know that there are forces outweighing that negativity, and that's anyways, as I struggle, because that was purposeful, these forces are working to your advantage, okay, for your favor. That person or those people will not win. Moving right along, the fire within you is quite lit throughout this day as I'm being drawn to the campfire here. I sense that there's just a passionate warmth about you. It reminds me of the previous daily read for Tuesday, where we definitely spoke upon at certain points the coziness of your energy. And this period might feel like a continuation of that to an extent, but it almost feels like at a certain point throughout this day, that cozy energy transitions, changes, if you will, into more of a passionate energy, right? And so that may still feel a bit cozy in the midst of that transition, but you just feel a bit on fire. Feeling a bit of a zest for life is what I'm getting. Wanting to live more, good. Well, it's all about not just feeling that, but doing what you know is going to work well for you and fulfilling your needs, wants, and whatnot. Yeah, again, they're saying taking care of yourself is a big part of this day. I feel as well the sense of happiness and passion and this justice coming to be, and it being a very plugged in and intuitive day for you once again with the High Priestess. We have the Three of Swords in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. It's as if the day gives you a chance to heal through it all right? You might even find Spirit points out where you still need to heal, even if it's in more than one way. It might be intertwined with more than one aspect area of your life in some way, shape, or form. But the Four of Pentacles definitely, I mean, look at this. Very much giving guided energy, okay? Locked and loaded is what I just heard. Locked and loaded. But there may be as well a focus on your financial savings and or lack thereof, which but I do feel as if managing your money is somehow part of this period as well. You might be receiving expected and or unexpected money, but regardless, they're saying we can improve in regards to this. Nobody's perfect, and you are no exception. Please take that please take that in the right light. But I do feel as well there's a holding your cards close to your chest kind of energy while being outwardly expressive and maybe even sharing selectively otherwise. Does that make sense? I feel you are being somebody who is more selective in regards to when to share, when to hold back, and when to kind of balance out a combination of both. Let's keep pulling. 1042, look up the ancient number meaning. The 13th is going to be a very significant day for you as there will be a full moon. Okay, I believe it's in Cancer. This is going to be a significant time for you where you will find that this is a shifting period. I mean, we will read for that day, and I was debating on doing an all signs reading where I read for each of all the 12 signs in one video. Back to back in regards to how this full moon is going to affect you, what it's going to feel like, and stuff of that nature. Let me know in the comments if you would be interested in viewing that, because that will be a lengthy video, but it will be worth it if you tune in. Yeah, I'm being drawn to the sun tapestry that I have on my wall. There's a radiating way about you when you are happy. I mean, that sounds obvious, but I feel the day, this period reminds you of that. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, I'm hearing pouring into your own cup and learning more about how that's meant to benefit you now and more so moving forward. But I feel when you receive messages from spirit throughout the day, it feels enlightening, it feels satisfying. I feel almost, okay, I'm hearing full of myself. You might be a little bit cocky throughout this day, but I'm feeling sort of a, yes, that felt so good. I'm proud of my spirituality. I'm proud of the ability to pick up on these signs, these messages, to be supported and guided in that sense. You know, it reminds me of me doing these readings, and I do often feel quite proud of myself and like, yes, that was a damn good reading. And so it's kind of that feeling when you're getting messages in different forms, in different ways at certain points. You might as well be perceived as a Page of Swords, somebody who, or maybe more of a King of Swords, but the page definitely speaks upon, communication messages, somebody who gives out these important messages, again, going back to the real talk set of messages we spoke upon for this deck. And so they're saying your wisdom, your intuition, your spirituality, all is intertwined with that. But the Ace of Cups also speaks upon you feeling as if and experiencing your cup overflowing with justice, with happiness, with abundance in other forms. And I really feel that with the two aces here, also the Ace of Pentacles, I feel part of it's going to be financial for some, but I do sense that there are new investments potentially coming to mind. You may be feeling drawn to purchase online. Just, don't overdo it. I just feel the need to say, because that's one of the few different forms of temptation that you're going to be feeling quite, thrown in your face, or you're just feeling drawn to it, or driven towards it. Anyways, the point I want to make as well with the Devil card is you might be overworking yourself, all right? And we need to redevelop a sense of balance in different forms and different ways within your life, because a state of burnout lies ahead if you don't listen to that message and make a change. Let's pull a couple fortune cards to wrap this up. I hope you like these longer daily reads. It's just been feeling necessary. I don't know why. I just have been feeling guided to stretch them out a bit, include more messages. Reinvent yourself. A transformation is taking place. Enjoy a new lease on life. That feels absolutely relevant and on point for this reading. And I think that's what I'm going to label it. I know we didn't mention it until this point in the reading, but they're saying this is a new lease on life. Enjoy it, embrace it, live life more so to the fullest. What do you want out of life is what I feel the need to say. Ooh, twists and turns. Carefully make plans. Let's try that again. Carefully made plans could be thrown out the window as major changes and interruptions surround you. Interesting, but I feel it's very purposeful. Make sure you get lots of rest to cope with all the upheaval. But what I'm getting from that is your life feeling like a bit, if not a full roller coaster up until this point, and this day being no exception of which. Feeling like a continuation to an extent, if not fully. But they're saying it's, in a sense, a time where you do have this new lease on life and there are adjustments required still, and it's up to you. And again, it's a very abundant day, but it's almost this feeling and this vision that I'm getting where Spirit's throwing things up in the air, and a bit of shuffling around and shaking things up for you feels necessary to maybe remove that stale feeling, or just that for some uneasy energy, or just the familiar just needing to be discarded or changed up. You know what I mean? And to wrap up this reading, the signs card. Your future positive direction will reveal itself. Any doubts and confusion will soon disappear. So look out for the signs and write them down, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this amazing reading. Go enjoy your abundant, happy day, your spiritual day, and I'll see you in the next read.